What does it take for one to know oneself? What does it take for one to overcome oneself? To find oneself's resolve? The questions each man should ask themselves to know themselves a little bit better in life. But you don't do that just by staying in the mirror and stuff. You do that by going through life, re-examining your life sometimes, seeing the perspective of others, and also seeing the perspective of yourself, and others will see the perspective of you. All these things it takes to get to know oneself. And most people say you don't know oneself until near the end of your death. To truly know who you are, is how you die. Will you die happy, full of regret, miserable? Who knows? It's entirely up to you and how you live your life. And it can be different. You do bad things to be happy with the way you did things. You do good things and regret by being too selfless. It all determines on you as a person and your personality. And seeing how the gang walking with the curious cat trying to understand themselves by talking about their world, doing things in return to get something else out of it. That's how it is. The laws of equivalent exchange. They entertain the cat by telling it more about their world and trying to understand it in a way. And hearing it from an outsider perspective of the world around it. Even talking about Alex and how Alex was different from them. Alex wasn't probably a hero. Alex was probably a normal girl who just came to that world and left. And she herself was able to overcome this world, and she wasn't no hero. She probably didn't know how to fight. Heck, she wasn't as knowledgeable as Team RWBY was, and it was proven here. You know, they knew all about the origins of the world. How many people in the world Remnant even knows about the origins of Remnant, or knows the origins of Salem or Ozpin and stuff? All these people who existed before the world of Remnant came to the way it was. You know, only very, very, very few people know about this, and it makes you kind of unique. But this Alex character, completely different. She knew nothing about this, but yet she overcame his world. So how does someone so normal, so with no knowledge at all, no fighting skills, overcame his world where Team RWBY seemed to be struggling in compared to Alex? Maybe it's because she knew who she was compared to what Team RWBY is. So as they made it to the next stage of this world, they meet the Caterpillar. Or as Americans call him, the drug dude. Hey man, what do you high? Anyways, and he provided them their own test by asking questions. Something else showed in the trailer. Who are you? What are you? As you see, the gang is so tired of hearing that question. But it's a question that a lot of people overlook. Don't really pay much attention to until they're forced to pay attention to that question. Because most of us really, really know who we are. Is it defined by what we do? By what we have? Who knows? Or maybe what we've been through in life. What defines us of who we are? Seriously, what is it? Our genetics, our ancestry? And they went through these questions where you see their self-reflections of their original selves from the first 3 volumes. I do miss their old character designs. Very simplistic, but yet very iconic, if I do say so myself. And there you see them asking the questions where Yang could go back in time where she felt whole, where she was the butt-kicking, wisecracking girl without caring the world. And then there's Blake, where maybe you don't need the responsibility of trying to be a bridge between humans and faunas, be a simpler person. And with Weiss, whereas take off this burden of this responsibility. Do you need it? Your kingdom has fallen. Alice is gone. Maybe you can finally go and live your own life, be someone simpler and stuff. But each one fought back with their own resolve, With Yang, her failures and stuff makes her who she is now. She overcame it, because she doesn't have it doesn't mean she lost it. It just means she needs to find it. With Blake, she can't just have this simple life, She wasn't put in his world for that simple life. She has a responsibility, so therefore she will do it. Same thing with Weiss, you know. She knows who she is. She wants to redeem her name, but that's what she wishes to do. And it's also what she needs to do as well. So these three have found themselves and fought against their deepest thoughts of what they are, who they are. Everyone but RWBY. RWBY life was never really had realistic perspective. When we first saw RWBY in the first 3 volumes, all she cared about was being the hero from the fairy tale. That's all she really wanted in the day. Nothing else. So her resolve seems to be more stronger than the others in the past. It seems like RWBY was one that had it all together. Especially when I remember in volume 2, where they went on a mission with one of the professors, the one that talks really fast. Can't remember his name, but he was asking each questions, everyone but RWBY, and they were wondering who they were, but I guess they nearly resolved that. But they said RWBY was someone who was simple. All she wanted to do was fight the monsters and be the hero, protect the people. But it seems like it was too childish to think that way. Now that she's growing up, now that she's seeing the world of hunters and huntresses, and understanding that it's not as simple as it seems. You know, she's in this world, but has she really succeeded? You know, sure, she saved one kingdom, but they lost the relic. Alice has fallen. Penny's gone again. She found out that her mom was destroyed by Salem herself, and was probably turned to one of those creatures that we saw in the last volume. So, in a way, this could break somebody. And it probably almost is breaking her, to the point where it seemed like the caterpillar wasn't doing its job, and then the curious cat came and did some mysterious thing, as it should do, and gave it some of its heart. Maybe some of these creatures forget who they are, and this cat goes around and helping them remember who they are. I don't know. Maybe these creatures are artificial. Maybe they're part of a dream. Who knows? This is a mysterious world. It's Wonderland. Does it exist, or is it just there only when you need it? You know, that's just how Wonderland works from time to time. It's always been a mysterious land. I guess that's why Japan's so fascinated with Wonderland, even to this day, because they've been doing a lot of anime based off of Alice in Wonderland, mainly isekais and self-reflection stories. But, they've been watered down to death. But yes, this has been a very nice character-driven episode, which I've enjoyed. And of course, at the end, a freaking caterpillar just fell through the cracks, fell through a hole in the mouth. It's like, found the cat. I love the mouse, man. The mouse is hilarious. The two hilarious people, probably not, Yang has not been the hilarious one at all. It's been Weiss and the mouse have been the hilarious ones. So I'm like, really? Those two? I understand the mouse, Weiss. Weiss has been funny her own way, I guess. That's her own version of comedy she has. So I've been enjoying that, It's good to see. But anyways, that's it for this episode. It's been nice. So far, RWBY seems to be growing back onto me. Slowly. Not fast or quick, but I am enjoying it, And of course, some people are saying, I guess I see this. Where are the fight scenes? I think they're just sarcastically joking, probably. But yeah, there's no need for a fight scene right now. There's no point just putting a fight scene just because you want one. But I think they're just joking. Either way, it was a nice laugh. So anyways, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox, signing out.